Hey, it's Dan Lesniak, the best-selling author of The Hyperlocal, Hyperfast Real Estate Agent, which is the story of how I dominated my real estate market in my first year of real estate and sold over $22 million, and principles and strategies of how you can do it as well. So I wanted to take a quick minute to talk to you today about positioning. Positioning is the third part of the STP framework that I talk about in my book. STP stands for segmenting, targeting, and positioning. So segmenting and targeting is all about how to find the ideal market size to go after, and that's important whether you're starting out and want to launch your career, or if you're an established agent and want to add to it. You know, you've got to go after the right market in terms of is it a cohesive market? Is it the right size? You know, it's not too big, not too small. Positioning is how you get market share within that market. The way you do positioning is to come up with what I call a USP, which is a unique selling proposition. So you've got to have, something that you do better than anyone else to that target market, or better yet, something you do that no one else does. When you're coming up with your USP, I urge you to think of feature versus benefit. Too many realtors or real estate agents are out there selling the features and not the benefit. So, the feature might be a great marketing program you have for a listing, or a great sign program you have, a great online presence. Those are all features. The benefit is the higher price to the seller and what they're going to do with that extra money, or the quicker the sale is going to be for them, right? So it's more time because they're not always being interrupted by showings, or less stress or hassle. So think of benefits, not features, and come up with something that you can do for that market that no one else can do, or no one else can do as good as you. Now, once you've established a great way to position yourself, your work's only half done. Now you've got to communicate it to your target market. A couple key points to remember when you're thinking about that. First is the 3 C's. You need to be able to communicate your value proposition clearly, concisely, and consistently. So it's got to be easy to understand. It's got to be short and to the point, because people have short attention spans. And it's got to be consistent. You can't change it or veer off course. You've got to stay consistent and keep repeating it to them. So there's 2 great tests that I like to apply to determine if your value proposition is meeting the 3 C's. The first test is the elevator test. So if someone were in an elevator and asked you, hey, what business are you in? Or what do you do for your career? Can you explain to them in the 30 seconds or less that you'll be on that elevator ride, can you explain to them in an interesting, compelling way what it is you do and how you service your target market? So if you can pass the elevator test, that's great. The second test is what I call the bathroom floor test. And that test basically is if you accidentally dropped a piece of your marketing or brochure or flyer or screenshot of what your online or social media marketing looked like. Someone else picked it up in a bathroom stall and read it while they were in the bathroom. Not a whole lot of time, hopefully. Could they understand it without asking you questions, or without calling you or going to your website? If your value proposition can meet those 2 tests, you probably are being successful at being clear, concise, and consistent. So a couple of examples of how we do positioning to a couple of our different target markets, because I know everyone loves examples. One example is the Buy This Home and We'll Buy Yours program. So the Buy This Home and We'll Buy Yours program targets move-up buyers. As a move-up buyer, you've got a home to sell and you want to buy another home. That always creates stress and dilemma, because it's hard to get a contingent. It's hard to buy a home when you need to base it on a contingency to sell your home, but people are also worried about selling their home and then not finding their next home. So This program eliminates that problem, which is a huge huge benefit to the client. We give them a guaranteed price. If we agree on it, they they have the confidence to then go buy the home of their choice. And if we can't sell their home in time, we'll buy it. So that's a great one that we've used before. We've also used, we'll sell your home in 30 days or less, or we sell it for free. That gives sellers the peace of mind that if it's not a quick sale, they're going to get some benefit of having the lower cost of transaction cost. And then finally, we've got a great one for buyers. It's the buyer satisfaction guarantee, where if they don't love their home within the first year, we'll buy it or sell it for free. So that really helps first-time home buyers that are nervous about commitment. All three of these programs are just a sample of some of the great programs we do. For more examples and to see some of our actual marketing pieces on how we do this, click the link below, and we'd love to send you some. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.